All right, and we are back. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in here. What we're going to do is we are resizing here in Adobe Express. So we are going to go ahead and just click to drag around. Very easily, we're clicking to drag around. This is going to give us the ability to move things into place. So we have picked a template and then we have gone to resize. And from here, we are going to click and drag. And you can see that these are separate elements. Well, that's fine. We can fix that. We're going to hit Control Z to undo that. And what I want to do is I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit to make sure that we have a good look. I can do that by just hitting Control plus. And we can zoom in. The cool thing about Express is that it is going to zoom in on whatever you have selected. So very easy, it's just going to zoom in on whatever you have selected. So, whew, excuse me, hot mess today. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our layers panel right here. And the layers panel is going to allow you to grab these different pieces. So we're going to select one of these pieces and then select this other one. And what we want to do is I'm actually just going to try to select both of these. So if I click and drag over them, you'll see that they both get selected, and we're going to click on this button group. So when we group it, it is now moving together. So see how before only one of them was moving? Now it's moving fully together. So I'm going to hit Control and minus to zoom out a little bit. And let's go ahead and just put this over on the side. And I'm holding down spacebar to move around to kind of see a different view very seamlessly. And again, you can see all these textures that are happening that are really fun. We can just click and drag these wherever you want them to be. And this is the great thing about working with templates. There are thousands and thousands of templates included here in Adobe Express. And I don't really like this one, so I'm just going to click and drag over it and hit delete. Now, the school bus. We love the school bus. So I'm going to click and drag over both of those. We are going to group it. And then we are going to pull it over here. And let's have this just front and center. I think this is a really fun way to add some spice to our digital classroom. All right, so we have our digital classroom kind of banner here for Google Classrooms. And what I want to do is I'm going to add in a customization. And right now we've just worked off of the template, right? We've clicked and dragged and kind of just worked with what was there. Someone did the work for us. Not for you. We're going to teach you how to work here. So we are going to click on the text. And then from there, we are going to add our own text. So we're going to click to add text. And we are going to type in our name. So welcome back to school. I'm just going to type in Mr. Hawk. So that's what my students are going to call me, Mr. Hawk. And from here, I can click and drag this over here so that it lines up perfectly. So if I don't want to click and drag, I can use the arrow keys to move it as well. So let's do this fun signature. So back behind me, you can see that there are font recommendations. So if you have something selected, the recommendations are going to be based on what's happening on your artboard already. Whatever your composition is, it will give you suggestions. So I really like this little signature down here. So we're going to click on that. And then if I want to change the text, I can just come up here to the right and go Mr. Hawk's Classroom. Let's do 3rd grade. Love it. So I'm going to click and drag on this little pill shape right here, and that's going to make it so that this all goes onto one line. So that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to click and drag it down into the corner, and then click and drag using the little handle on the side to make this nice little banner. There we go. So we've customized this to our classroom now. But let's say we want our students to meet us, right? I want a student to say, hey, I want to see your face, right? We want to have that nice little moment. I'm going to delete this school bus. And what we can do is we're going to put a headshot in here. We're just going to put a picture of us so that our students can see us in our classroom before we get started. So the easiest way to do that is to come over here, go to Photos. And from here, we can click on Upload Photo. Now, I do want to point out there are an endless amount of resources happening here as well for you. But we can go to Upload Photo. And then from here, it's going to grab, you can grab and navigate to your photo. Let me go ahead and navigate to where my photos are. So let's see here. Where did I put my photo of my headshot? There we go. Here it is. So we have my headshot, and let's just do this one. So we've got Really fun headshot here, and we're gonna hit open. So that will place it into my document, and there we go. Look at that face. Here I am. Look at how friendly I am. Look at that. So what I can do is I want to add some fun kind of effects to this image. Right? I don't just want like a square floating on the header here. So I'm going to go in and go to crop and shape. This is something that I've just discovered that I want to teach you. We're going to go to crop and shape. And then from here, we can actually put it into a different shape, right? So let's say I want rounded corners to make it a little more bubbly. We just click on those rounded corners right there. We can put it in all kinds of shapes. So a little oval could be fun. This little hexagon, I actually really like that shape. Or we could put it in a star. The star is not going to crop well to my face. So I'm going to put it in this little kind of rounded hexagon. I think that's fun. And we can kind of click and drag to center it within that shape. So when I click on this little plus in the top corner, it is going to commit that. And now we have this really cool image of me in a shape. So we're just going to blow this up right here. And let's say maybe we want this to be a little bit further over. And now I want to add in or duplicate maybe some of this fun back to school texture that's happening here, right? I love this texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that. And then up here on the right, go to duplicate. So going to duplicate, I can click and drag, and we're just going to add some more of that fun texture over here on the side. So it looks good. Something else that's bugging me is I do want the yellow in this image to be in front. So you can work with your layers panel, which is right here exploded. And we're going to select this image. And remember earlier, we grouped it together so that there was only one kind of shape that was grouped together. So we're going to go to ungroup right here. And then we are going to see that there's a pink and a yellow. We can click and drag the yellow above the pink. And there we go. It just changes the layer and the way that it is outlined. So with that selected, I can come and select that yellow and then just use the arrow keys to kind of move it around. Maybe I want that shadow going the other way. There we go. And then I can simply drag over this and group these one more time. So let's zoom out. And that looks pretty good to me for a header. So we've got back to school, Mr. Huck's third grade. We've got the headshot in there, some nice art, and this was built off of a template very easily, very quickly. So something that you can do, that this is kind of important for your integration and helpful for you to Google up your Spruce Classroom, to spruce up your Google Classroom, is to go to share. And from here, you can send it directly to Google Drive. You don't have to do exporting. You don't have to worry about any importing, any of that stuff. You can literally just right here go to send to Google Drive. And sending it to the Google Drive will save it in there for you. We can also make a template. We can invite other people to work on it, or you can click on this download right here. So to download, you can do a PNG, you can do transparency, you can do a JPEG. Any of these options will work for you if you're uploading it into your digital classroom. Now, I'm going to show you how to do something that is a little more fully custom and maybe a little more zazz on it, right? This is going to be something that maybe you're sending out an email to your students or you're posting in your digital classroom. I'm going to show you how to add an extra bit of flair. So I'm going to click on the Express icon in the top corner. And from here, we're going to go to custom size. And this time, let's do a social post. So we're going to go to social post. And I want to do Instagram landscape, right? Maybe this is something that I'm going to post in an email. I'm going to send out to my students, post in my Google Classroom. So we're just going to do a landscape here. I'm going to hit next. And from there, boom, we have our templates. We have everything here ready to go. So this looks great, but you know what? I actually want to work off of what we had created in the past, right? So what I can do is I can find that template, import it here and resize it, or we can just build something similar. So we have time, so I want to try to build something similar to show you a couple more features. So what I'm going to do to start out is I'm going to go ahead and do photos, and we want to find a background here. So we're going to go to photos, and then I'm going to type in, maybe I want this to just be something for star students, right? We're going to highlight a star student. So let's do space and see whatever comes up here. Ooh, some fun stuff. All right, so this looks good. So all these resources are included here. You can see that crown means that I have premium, which means that I have a Creative Cloud subscription. The ones that don't are accessible to everybody, right? They're here integrated into Express. Now, when I click on that, it is going to place the image. And when I click on the image, I can go ahead and add it to background. So when we click, we can add it to the background and it will expand to the size of the background, right? Full background. So this looks good to me, but I do want to maybe like dim it down a little bit so I can see text on top. I can come over here to filters, turn on a filter, and from here I can go to grayscale, I can go to darken, matte, maybe we want lighten. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, multiply. Ooh, let's do lighten. So lighten looks pretty good to me. It's looking pretty flat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a large photo of a student here. So we are going to go to photos and we are going to find just a student picture. And again, you can upload your own students just like we did with our headshot using that system. And let's see here. Let's just use one of these. We're going for a little bit more of an older crowd, but let's click here. And there we go. We have our photo of our student, and this is going to be our star student. So you got it. We want to put it in a star. We're going to use that crop and shape one more time and scroll down here and select the star. We can click and drag to kind of line up this photo. It's not quite right. Let's find one where maybe the face is a little bit lower in the photo. Let me see here. Let's try this one. All right, so let's click here and we'll delete our other guy. Sorry, other guy. Deleted. So let's try this one and see if we can crop in on that star. I think it'll work. So we can select here, go to crop and shape, and then we are going to scroll down, click on that star. There we go. Super fun. So we can go ahead and hit the plus to commit that. And now we have that super fun star kind of floating, and we'll blow it up. Nice and large. And then maybe we want it to say star student. So we're going to click on text here. We're going to go to add your text, and we are going to type in star student. Oops. And again, it will have these font recommendations down for me in the corner. I can change the alignment if I want it to go left aligned right there. And I also can explore all the fonts that are available to me, right? Right here, just clicking and kind of looking through, and let's find something that's fun. I like this. There we go. So we've got star student. We want to change the color. And what's cool is it will look at the current palette and it will suggest some different colors for you. So if you're having trouble finding colors, you could very easily find them here. And it looks like it's going to match that yellow right there. If we want a little bit more orangey, let's see here. It's going to play around. Let's just do a white. Let's do white. So let's drag all the way over here to white and make this on one line. Now, we are going to add in more text, and what we're going to do here is we're going to do star student, and this student's name is going to be Jennifer. So we have our star student, Jennifer, and what I want to do is maybe do a congratulations kind of banner right here. And what I can do is I'm going to go ahead and hit add your text one more time, and we're just going to say congrats with an exclamation mark. And I can actually do some really cool text effects here. I can make it into a circle. I can make it into a half circle. So we're going to do a circle, and we are going to have this just say Mr. Hawk's third grade. Oops. Mr. Hawk's third grade. So now we have this great circle. And again, just with one click, we have this magic text happening. Yes. That it is a full circle, but maybe I want it to just be a half circle right there. So we can blow this up, and then maybe I want to rotate it so that it is kind of going off of the edge right there, and maybe match the color. So I can come over here to the color. I can use this eyedropper tool and then just select that yellow. And that way we have it kind of fading into the background. Now, if I wanted this to kind of interact with the background, we could use a blending mode, which would kind of push things into the background. Oh, looks like we are a little too zoomed in there. So let's go ahead and zoom out. And right here, let's bring it up to the side. And let's use one of these suggested fonts right here. Ooh, fun. Let's do that one. It's kind of spacey. All right, let's do that. So right there. And how many years has she been in third? She's been in third grade for a long time. So we have our design right here. And what I want to do is one more little fancy fun thing, right? We have our star student, Jennifer. This needs to be a little bit bigger. And then this needs to be a little bit smaller. Great. So now what I want to do is I am going to animate this, just like I am going to be posting it maybe on a message board in my Google Classroom. I can animate this very easily by coming over here to the animation tab. So I click on animation and we are going to choose one of these animations. So if you click on dynamic, you see it's going to push everything to the middle. We can also use this one that's going to type out each piece. Pretty fun. But maybe I want to do some fades. So let's see here. This will just fade in each of those pieces. This one, same thing. It looks like it's going to fade kind of randomly through. Let's see a slide. Let's see what that is. Ooh, that's fun. I like the slide. Let's see what this last one does. Oh, I like that. Okay, so everything kind of slides in. I love that. I think it looks fun. We can do photo animation. So let's do a little pan on the photo. The photo. Maybe we zoom in so that it comes in a little bit. Ooh, that's fun. Let's do that. So what we can do is as this animates, we can go ahead and export this as a video. Now, exporting it as a video, I know what you're saying, like, oh my goodness, Andrew, that's going to be so hard to put into an email or put in my digital classroom. False. We can go to download right here and click MP4 and hit start download. So this is going to export, render, and share that video for us. And very easily, we can change that into a GIF. And a GIF is going to be super easy to drop into your digital classroom to recognize that student. So we can, oops, there we go. We can go ahead and click on Express and come back here. And these quick actions are something that can help you a lot in your everyday workflow. We've got remove background, resize image, merge PDFs, and you can see the different categories here. If you need to generate QR codes for things for your students, you can do that right here. But we can go to video, and I'm going to do convert to GIF. So this is how I'm going to use it in my content or emails. We're going to click on browse your device. And from there, we're going to go into our downloads, and I am just going to select right there my project and hit open. So it's going to render that original size. We want medium quality because we're going to be putting it into an email, and we're going to hit download. So it's going to process this and export it for us. And from there, we will have an awesome GIF that we can just upload and drop into our Google Classroom, right? Super easy. Great way to recognize your students. If you are working and you are a little intimidated by Express, don't be. You can check out the Adobe Express channel on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button because there's content there to help you almost every day. There's so much great stuff for you to help learn Adobe Express, integrate it into your classroom, use it with your students, and maybe even show your students some design principles. So now if I click and open this, check it out. We have an awesome GIF that we can put into an email. It will continually repeat and animate to add that little bit of extra flair. So if you zoom in here, you see it's a very smooth animation. It looks way better than some of the flat images that you may try to drop into the email. It's custom to you. You can use your fonts, colors that match your classroom. You can highlight those students, add a lot of fun. And who knows, you could do this with assignments. You could do this with your intro. You could do this with back to school night. If you're sending something to parents, this is just the easiest and best way to be able to create custom graphics here in Adobe Express. So if you missed out on something and you started a project, had to come back to it, guess what? They're all here in your recent projects. And so I can come back here and let's say I want to change my image of my header. Very easy. I can come in here and let's go ahead and change the background color because I want it to be maybe red. We can simply click on red and boom, check that out. We now have a red background. So you can change things very easily. It saves all of those recents for you right here in Adobe Express. And if you wanted to send it to another educator, you could go to share and you could go to publish. And from here, we can publish to social media, or we can grab a link, or check it out. You can share it to your Google Classroom. That's right. I don't know why I kept that to the end. That was the big reveal. That was the exciting part, is you can share this straight to your Google Classroom. You could do the same thing with that image that we created, that is the GIF, that was that video. You can share it directly to your Google Classroom. So there is integration for you to create whatever you want here in Adobe Express and then share it directly into your Google Classroom, but you also can email it, you can link it. There are tons of integrations for you as an educator to make great content. So thanks so much for joining me on this journey today. If you want to learn more about how to use Adobe Express for your classroom, there is another video that is coming. If you're watching the live stream, hi, there's another live stream coming tomorrow. If you are watching the replay video, there's another video. We're going to be talking about how to create custom newsletters for your classroom. I know that's something that there's always information you want to get out and communicate to parents, to students. We're going to show you how to set up a custom template here in Adobe Express and create your own newsletters. We've got images, we've got text, we've got graphics, we've got colors, we've got everything that you could ever want here in Adobe Express. So make sure to be on the lookout for that video. If you don't see it and you don't tune into the live video, hit that Adobe Express YouTube channel. It'll be sitting right there for you for more great content. I'm Andrew Hockrattle. It was super fun to hang out with you today, and we'll see you again for another stream here in Adobe Express. Bye.